It's a new day and the chance to explore beyond the boundaries of the city is irresistible. The countryside and landscape here is absolutely stunning. And when it comes to food and wine, there are few places on the planet producing such a great experience. So I've got two wineries, Black Estate Winery and Pegasus Winery in the beautiful Waipuru Valley region on our list. Just 30 minutes drive north of Christchurch. Now, the first stop is Black Estate here in Waipuru, and I've got to tell you, I'm really excited. It's a family-owned estate. They do some amazing wines here. It's all grown through this incredible limestone and clay soil, and they produce the most wonderful Chardonnays, Rieslings, there's Cabernet Franc, and my favourite, Pinot Noir. You know, this is really exciting, and being a responsible driver, well, that's up for you, Chrissy. Let's taste them. Owner and winemaker Nicholas Brown crafts the wine, and his wife Penelope looks after the business. The wine is organic and biodynamic, and the vines are grown over 24 hectares in one of the most beautiful regions of New Zealand. Well, Nick, this place is sensational. What makes your wine so unique?
I think it's the combination of some cool climate we have, giving lovely freshness to the wines, and then we've got a range of diverse and interesting soil types for wine. So we're focusing on varieties that we think grow really well on our vineyards, and we have clay and limestone soils. So we have Riesling, Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, also a little bit of Cabernet Franc and Chenin Blanc.
Now, Pinot Noir happens to be a favourite of mine. Can I give it a try?
Certainly can.
Okay.
So that clay is giving that lovely mid-palate of fruit that really melts, and then that persistence of flavour from the low-yielding old vines.
Back in the car, and now with Chrissy driving, which is a little nerve-wracking at the best of times, the first thing that strikes you is just how easy it is to drive anywhere in New Zealand. Very similar road rules, great quality roads, and they drive on the same side of the road and car as Aussies. And all this fresh air has made me really hungry. And Pegasus Bay Winery has a reputation like few others for the best lunch experience you can have. Pegasus Bay is owned and operated by two generations of the Donaldson family. I'm checking out the winery and Chrissy is checking out the restaurant.
Teresa, head chef here at Pegasus Bay. What an awful job you obviously have. So tell us about this dish you've got for me today.
Okay, so we've got our wild venison entree, which got foraged chestnut on there, a little pickled daikon, some nasturtiums from the garden. We've got duck leg ham there, which is sourced locally as well. We make the ham in-house. And then it's just finished with a wee bit of bitter chocolate. Just sort of brings it all together. It's a nice finishing touch.
Sounds great, thank you.
So.
The restaurant features a recycled Rimu aesthetic and is a beautiful, warm, open fire for cooler evenings. The menu is created around their wine list, with each dish being matched with a suggested wine. When it's warmer, you can dine outside in the beautiful gardens.
And today's learning, Chrissy, is when you are in Christchurch, you have to make sure you take some time out to come out here to Waipuru, at least a day trip. I suggest 2 minimum, because the wineries are sensational, the food is even better, and the landscape, well, it's just wonderful. And whilst you're here, make sure you take a couple of bottles with you, because you've got to remember it. It's great, isn't it?
It's great.
You're driving, aren't you?
I am driving. You're happy. That's the main thing.
This is great. It's just getting better.